Welcome to the all-new Kia EV6. Smart, striking, especially in this yacht blue color. It is freezing today, -8, so that'll be interesting what happens when I take an electric car for a spin. Without further ado, I say let's hop in and find out what this stunning Korean is all about. Alrighty, time to measure the acceleration. So, drive mode, sports. I'm gonna leave the electronic stability control on, clearly I need a nanny. Foot on the brake, foot on the throttle. Come on, Kia, show me what you've got. Oh, nice! So the declared 0 to 100 is 5.4 seconds. And I am 5.29, absolutely lovely. The top speed is 185 kilometers an hour. It's got a bit of punch. Foot down, oh, it is effortless, this thing. 529, not bad. Not bad at all. So let's start with the basics. I've got a 77 kilowatt hour battery, which is the only battery available in the UK. In some countries, however, you do have a smaller battery, 58 kilowatt hours. The EV6 can be rear-wheel drive, or like the model I have with me today, all-wheel drive. The motor here pumps 325 horsepower, 605 newton meters of torque. That is some muscles, but listen to this. This year, Kia is cooking the high-performance version of the EV6 that's going to pump 585 horsepower. That's a Korean rocket. Well, obviously the good type. Now, the EV6, the basic trim rear-wheel drive, starts from £41,000 in the UK. The model I'm driving today, GT line, the more powerful motor, starts from £47,500 in the UK. Personally, I actually think it's well priced because you get a whole lot of cars for £47,500. So how does this car feel to drive? Comfy, cushy. The suspension absorbs pretty much all bumps and imperfections. But if we compare this car to the sister model from the sister company, Hyundai Ioniq 5, the suspension here is a little bit firmer. Depending on your preference, this can actually be a good thing, but about that a little bit later. As you trot around town, of course, being electric, we are very relaxing, very, very quiet. Even going over speed bumps feels actually quite soft. But then you hop on the motorway, you pick up quite a bit of speed, and the comfort just continues. The car is still very relaxing and very quiet. You get some tiny bit of noise coming from the tires, but hey, we are riding on 21-inch tires. Big monsters. In fact, 19-inch tires come as standard in EV6, which is a lovely gift from Kia. But this is probably why this car looks so good. Now, this is a brilliant long-distance cruiser. You pop this on adaptive cruise control, auto steer, sit back and relax. And when you need to change the lane, you just turn the indicator on, and you've got this lovely, very, very helpful side cameras. All in all, I have to say, the ride here is rather peachy. Okay, let's check the boot space. So electronically operated tailgate does come as standard. We've got 490 liters of space. The shape of the boot is very practical. The floor is completely flat, which means you don't have to lift items in order to take them out and put them in. And that is enough about the boot space. And let's have a look what we've got under the bonnet. A big engine, I'm just messing with you. We actually have a little bit of storage space. For all-wheel drive option, only 20 liters, they're quite handy. But for the rear-wheel drive option, we have 52 liters, and that is enough. What's under the bonnet? Found myself in between the lines. We've got 1-speed automatic gearbox, no gear change, no thinking involved. And isn't it better sometimes? But now we're gonna see what happens when we floor the EV6. Let's throw the declared electric range out of the window, shall we? So let's change into sport mode. The button to change your modes is conveniently located on your steering wheel. And for done, off we go. Come on, Sheila, show me what you got. Oh, this thing is punchy, it goes. Nice, effortless. Being electric, instant torque, of course. And on a twisty road like this one, let me tell you, you will appreciate the famous suspension setup versus the Ioniq 5. The handling here is superb. Having said that, the Hyundai, I did check around the Spanish mountains and I was waiting for it to fail, and it did not. But here the suspension is more superior if you want to have a little bit more fun on a twisty road. Oh, it goes, and it goes good. The steering is quick, it is precise, but it feels natural in your hands. It is actually very easy to maneuver this car in and out of car parks. Good turning circle. All in all, I have to say, you cannot fault the driving dynamics here. And what about being a passenger in EV6? So I have adjusted both front seats for my height, which is just over 1.7 meters, 5'7". I've got plenty of legroom, very, very good headroom. I can in fact recline my seat to be a little bit more comfortable. Lovely. What about the third person? You can, most certainly. That's because the floor here is completely flat. We've got batteries lying underneath it. It's actually a reasonable amount of space. We've got lovely Alcantara here as well. Overall, plenty of space and practicality. And onto the cabin. Overall, it is modern, sharp, and pretty. Now, these seats, they're soft and very comfortable. We've got Alcantara running all the way down here, bits of leather. I do like this color combination. So you see, we've got fast charging in the EV6, but we want to make sure we are comfortable during this process of charging, and we certainly can. That's because the seats fold completely flat. I mean, isn't it lovely? Imagine going back on an airplane in cattle class. God, that's not lovely. That's not lovely at all. Anyway, let's sit straight back because we've got a job to do. Quality of the materials, fit and finish is excellent. Nothing squeaks, nothing wobbles. Everything is well put together. Let's jump straight into practicality. Large bottle of water it is. You can easily fit that in a door bin. And you've got the carpet here in the door bin, which means when you have a glass or steel bottle and you're driving, it doesn't bang left and right and irritate you, and you start drinking the water and your skin gets bad and, you know, the world falls apart. Pop that bottle in here. Lovely. All right. In fact, I'll show you how deep the pocket is. You can nearly fit in this large bottle. Can't quite close it, but it just shows you the depth of the situation. Lovely. Wireless mobile charging. Excellent. Now, because we don't have the gearbox here in an electric car, we've got more storage space down here. You can pop your handbag here. I keep my cosmetic bag. It's just so handy. You cannot complain about the lack of space in this car because you've got plenty. What's down here? You've got 12-volt sockets in case you're smoking or you're launching this car with Magic Box from Race Logic. You've got 2 USB-C ports, 1 USB. They thought of everything, actually. You also have USB-C ports on here. I mean, wow, okay. Nice steering wheel, very nice steering wheel. So flattish bottom. Clean and simple layout when it comes to the buttons. The drive mode, that's very, very handy to have here. You don't have to, fiddle with anything down here. You've got the paddle shifters for your iPedal, as I mentioned. Very, very handy to drive on an iPedal. Digital driver's display. You can change the layout to suit your needs and suit your desires. Lovely. So the screen is connected with here. This is a touch screen. Let's have a look at the system. The system itself is easy, straightforward, very, very intuitive. Let's have a look at the graphics and the map. It is quick to respond to your finger touch. I like it. Of course, you can plug in your iPhone or your Android if you don't like the system, but personally, I really, really like the system. It's really good. Okay, what else do we have? Lovely. Let's have a look at the cameras here. So to change your gears, you've got the knob in here to twist. Okay, drive, reverse. So these are your cameras. Let's have a look at the cameras. You can pop that button. Okay, very, very good. That's that. Okay, what else? I think that's it. We've got seat heating, seat cooling, steering wheel heating, of course, and that's it about the cabin. It is absolutely lovely. I forgot forgot to show you. So under the screen, we've got the climate control. Very neat looking traditional knob to adjust your temperature. Very easy to use as well. And in fact, you can flick through your menu. So navigation, map, and the map shows up here. The only thing I'm missing is a traditional knob to control your volume, because the only way you can control your volume is through the screen or through the steering wheel. But overall, this is very, very cool. Now onto the range and charging. So the declared electric range for this particular model is 490 kilometers, which is 305 miles. And now onto the real world. It is currently -6 outside. Blimey hell, it is cold. Overnight, I have left this car outside and it was about -15. So safe to say, rather extreme weather conditions. I've driven a little bit through a congested city, but mainly I've driven on the motorway 120, 130 kilometers an hour. And I'm getting about half of this range, which is still very, very good, because when it comes to electric cars, driving on the motorway with a motorway speed combined with extreme weather conditions is usually a recipe for a disaster. When it comes to the range, it's not the case here. In town with mild conditions, you can easily achieve this 490 kilometers. Actually, without nanning the throttle pedal too much. That is very, very good. Now on to charging. So just like the Ioniq 5, we've got 800 volt capacity when it comes to charging your battery. That means you can charge this battery very, very fast. Only other car available on the market that can be charged so fast, as far as I'm aware, is the Porsche Taycan. Now what this means is you can use those fast chargers, 250 kilowatt hours, and you can take the battery from 10% to 80% in just 18 minutes. That is pretty good. Now when you take it home and use the wallbox 7.4 kilowatt, things do slow down 12.5 hours to charge it from flat to full. You can increase the range by driving with what's so called the iPedal. You can use the paddle shifters for that. So iPedal on, and you only drive with the throttle pedal without touching the brake pedal. You lift your foot off the throttle and the car slows down, and it does come to a complete stop. This is super handy in town. I love driving with just the throttle pedal. But with every electric car, what you have to do is both evaluate your lifestyle and your charging infrastructure near you, so that you don't chop your own wings. Now on to visibility. So the front here is very good, no blind spots. The rear window, yes, no, oh dear. You know, they say don't look back because you ain't gonna see much. It's a bit the case here. Luckily, we've got 360 degrees cameras to support your parking actions or your parking scene, so you'll be just fine. Now, my summary on the EV6. You see, I have said it about Ioniq 5, that it was one of the best electric cars I have driven. And I firmly stand by my statement until this day. In fact, I can repeat it about the EV6. Yeah, it's a smart, sharp-looking car. Plenty of comfort, plenty of practicality, great driving dynamics, solid battery, fast charging, good infotainment system, and the list goes on and on. What's there not to like? Now, which car is the right for you? Well, I'm a fanatic when it comes to matching the right car for you, because what might be right for me might not be right for you. I mean, imagine everybody would like the same person and marry the same person. I mean, the world will literally end. That's it. It will be over. So you just have to prioritize what's more important for you. If it's comfort and over sportiness, then go for the Ioniq 5. But if it's sportiness over comfort, go for the EV6. You can't go wrong with either of these cars. They offer a blend of sportiness and comfort. I have to say, it's been an absolute pleasure. Really like this car. Really, really like it. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Bye. One of those lucid dreams.